Our air conditioner went out during the hottest week of the summer, and you know that the repairs are expensive during this time of the year. In this video, we'll show you the part we used to fix our AC and how we saved thousands.
What's the story? What happened to our AC unit?
It's super hot down here in the south. The other day, there was a hot summer storm. I believe that's when the air conditioning unit went out because it was a surge. After the surge, it started getting hot in the house. My kids were sweating and everybody was sweating and getting hot and muggy because it was blowing out hot air and not cold air. We had no idea that we should have turned that blower off. And so I thought it was just about turning the air off and then turning it back on. Yeah, I thought it was gonna reset itself easily. Yeah, that didn't work out like I thought it was gonna work out. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I went online and I was really surprised that there were other homeowners who had similar situations like me. After doing a little bit of research, I looked at my scenario and saw that I think the situation that we're going through has something to do with the capacitor. So I said to myself, you know, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to just switch out this capacitor. It'll be my first time, but I believe that I could do it. And I hope this helps you. Hey guys, so it's hot out here and our air conditioner just went out. I've already unscrewed the screws for the plate where the capacitor is located. And so now I'm just gonna take off the panel. We're gonna pull it down to expose the capacitor. First things first, always turn off your electricity to the air conditioning unit. So we shut it off at the panel. We actually cleaned out this panel earlier because I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to find the right capacitor, so when I opened up the panel earlier, I saw there was a lot of cobwebs, there was a lot of dirt, dust. This is an old unit, so it definitely needed to be fixed. What I'm going to do, just for safety reasons, for myself, I'm going to put on this rubber glove. The air conditioner unit has been turned off at the circuit breaker for about 3 hours, and I'm using my screwdriver to discharge the unit so that it does not produce a spark. So what we're going to do is get the drill and unscrew the capacitor. Even though the AC was turned off, I didn't let the capacitor touch other metal parts inside the panel. So I had to learn how to find a capacitor that works in my unit. I wrote down all the serial numbers, the model numbers, the voltage, and the ratings, and everything that goes with my unit, and you're gonna have to do the same for your unit. So my wife and I took a trip to the hardware store because she didn't want to stay in that hot house anyway.
It was cooler in the truck. So this man, nice man at the store, he came out of the store when we were walking out with our capacitor. Yeah. And he was like, I'm an engineer and I overheard that you were saying you needed a capacitor for an AC unit, and I'm not an HVAC professional, but I do know something about electricity. He helped Babe with understanding which lead goes with what. Does the fan and the compressor or something like that?
Yeah. You could stick 2 common wires on here. You see where this is just bridged right across there? Yeah. This is the same thing. Okay. Both of these are typed.
So so now I understand. The fan goes to fan.
Right, and then this is your common, this is your fan, and this is your compressor.
It's always good when you're trying to do things and then somebody else comes and helps you along the way. So the gentleman told me to make sure that when I'm reconnecting the new one, I want to connect everything the way the old one was already connected. And it has it all written on the capacitor itself, which made it easier for us. So that was a little bit of a challenge. I tried to find the same capacitor. I couldn't find one that was exactly like the one that we had. So I got this new and improved capacitor, and this was like a moment of truth. I want to see if this thing actually works, and I also want to see if I can do it. So you never know who you're going to meet at the store, and he helped to build up my confidence to do this DIY project. This is when I noticed that the capacitor sizes were different, so I verified that I had the correct MFD, VAC, and Hertz numbers for my unit that were written on the capacitor. I looked at the top of both the old and new capacitor to see where I needed to reattach the connecting wires. Just so you know, there is a letter C, the word fan, and the word Herm on top of each of the capacitors. I disconnected the red wire, which is our Herm terminal, and connected it to the new capacitor. This terminal is linked to the compressor. It increases efficiency and it saves you money. I removed the white wire, which is our common terminal, and placed it on the new capacitor. This is usually the negative terminal of the capacitor. Then I attached the fan wire, which is connected to the fan motor. The new capacitor needs to be secure while it's in the panel, so I used my drill to reattach the metal bracket to the unit. To make things easy for us, I used a zip tie to keep the new capacitor in place. This turned out to be a simple DIY fix to keep the capacitor stable without touching any of the other electric parts. I gotta let you know that a surge in hot weather can damage a capacitor. It's a good idea to keep all of your screws together so that you can easily reattach the panel to the air conditioner unit. I have to tell you that having a long sleeve shirt on because of the bugs that were biting my arm and the close to 90-degree weather made me really want to hurry up and finish this project. Right about now, I'm really hoping that this works. So after I'm done with the panel, I go inside and flip the switch to the circuit breaker. I notice how hot it is in the house, so I set the thermostat to 76 degrees and watch the temperature slowly go down. I can also hear the fan running outside, which is a good sign.
You did it, babe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you saved us so much money.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did it feel going in the unit?
At first, for me, it was a little scary to go inside the unit because I know the professionals say, be careful not to touch certain things because you don't want to get electrocuted. That's one of the reasons why I made sure that I turned off the electricity to the unit before I started anything. So the one problem that I noticed was that both of these capacitors are different sizes. So they're the same voltage and ratings and things like that, but they're actually different sizes. They make the newer one smaller than the older one. A couple of tools that I used, one was a drill, and for our unit, I used a 5/16 drill bit right here, and I also used a flathead screwdriver. I connected everything with my hands. I used a rubber glove when I was connecting the leads to the capacitor. I used this nice little detail brush. This way I could see all of the parts and what's going on in there. Plus it was kind of nasty and I was looking at it like, wow, how'd it get like that? This experience made me think about taking better care of my unit, so I cleaned the coils to have more airflow into our home. I feel like the air is a lot colder now. I know some people might say, but you're not a technician. You didn't do this or do that. But we're homeowners and we're not hot anymore.
Right? How much do you think you saved?
Now on that one, I saved from hundreds to literally thousands of dollars. Because if I had to replace the unit, it could cost between $6,000 to $11,000 to replace that unit. So the range for the capacitors that I've seen have been between $15 to $50. So that's a big savings. If we weren't recording this video, it took about 15 minutes to do that job.
Weren't you surprised that you could do it yourself? Fix your own AC unit.
I was definitely surprised that I could do it myself. Man, I feel good. I mean, I feel much cooler because the temperature's going down. And it was a great experience learning more about capacitors and how they work. I'm really proud of myself because I moved past fear and a lack of knowledge. And those two things usually stifle people. But for me today, this really helped me out, and I'm hoping that it helps you out as well. This is probably one of the biggest fulfilling projects that I've ever done in my life because it's an air conditioning unit. My family is much happier. My wife is extremely happy because her husband was able to fix something. I started a project, I went through the project, I finished the project, and what wife wouldn't be happy with something like that?
Yay!
Hey guys, I hope that this video helped you just like it helped me and my family. And if it did, give us a like and consider subscribing to our channel. And remember, you can DIY too.